there, welcome to Own Colors. I'm Erica. On today's Weekend WIP, I'm going to be working in Kerby in this Mythomorphia book. This is going to go towards my Myth and Magic March hashtag that I have out there. And this is one of the ones that I've kind of like gone through and done a little bit on, and my son decided that this was the one that I needed to finish up. So we're going to be working on this one a little bit today. I get real nervous when I start to open these double pagers because it just seems so overwhelming, but we're gonna attempt to get some of this done today. Let me take a sip of my tea here. I did want to start off today saying that my thoughts and prayers are still with everyone in the Ukraine. I'm hoping that this insanity will come to an end soon for all of you. I have no words. It's unimaginable. And with the way that the world is connected these days, the fact that you can see not only news reports of what's going on, but firsthand accounts from people who you quote unquote know from social media, it brings it home so much more. And I know that I've made some posts about this before, but I just wanted to start off by saying that, and yeah, prayers for everybody there. I'm hoping today will bring a little bit of levity with what I do today, and a little bit of chatting. And yeah, so okay, with that, let's get started. I am going to be using a few different materials today. I'm going to use some Neo colors, which is what I have already based this is called I think it was a Bakunawa or Bakunawa possibly. It is I don't know if it's like a demon or a dragon or a fish monster, something that comes out of the sea and eats the moon. And that's where it was like the myth for why we have eclipses. So I thought that was really interesting. I just thought it was like a giant Leviathan or something. I didn't realize it was actually eating the moon. I just thought it just happened to be framed that way. And I looked it up, and I was just, wow, that's so cool. So I did find an interesting image on Pinterest, which I will put on screen now. So that's kind of where my color scheme is coming from. And of course, it's on my phone, so I kind of remember what it looks like, but I don't remember exactly. So this might be a hugely mixed media page. It's going to have Neo colors. I have some water-based markers off to the side here. I might be going back in with some paint later on to create that awesome glow that is in that image that I shared with you guys. And then, of course, I will be having colored pencils will come into play at some point. So, yeah. So my plan is I think I want a really dark sky, but I want it to have a little bit of a purple tint to it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my Neo colors, and then I will probably go back in with chalk pastels. I probably won't do that today. But I think that's how I got my really vibrant skies before. So I'm going to start with this. We'll do a little bit of the background and then work on the water a little bit, I think, today. Okay. So I probably need backer pages. I am very not prepared today. I apologize if I seem a little flustered. I'm not quite with it. Okay. So I'm going to start with my lighter color. So I'm going to do a little bit of purple. So what is this one? This one is lilac. I'm going to start with that. Make sure you guys are on frame. And then, yeah. I'm just going to have a few lighter spots, not specifically galaxy, just a little bit of a lighter shade thrown in here and there. And I think I definitely want this color around the moon. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a ring around the moon as well. I'm going to try my best to avoid getting the color on these little splashes because I want those to be mostly white, maybe a little bit of blue mixed in, depending on what color I do the moon. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Huh. I might have to go in and just with a brush do that whole area, because that's going to be, I can get some of it filled in, but like up here, I'm afraid I don't want to get it all over his teeth. And then I'll have a little bit of purple here and a little bit up here. Okay, we're going to go in with the darker purple. And I'm just going to go ahead and color all the way to the edge with this color. Can't really tell where my lighter color is now, but I think I'll try to. The only thing I hate about these books is they don't lay completely flat, so you have this big gap in the center. When I was doing one of the other pages in here, it just was so frustrating the whole time. Okay, so I'm going to add in this, okay, so that last color was violet, and then I'm going to add in some, we're going to do some of this Prussian blue and some black right over top of where I did that purple, and that's going to give me a really dark color, hopefully. This will give me some of that purple color right in that center there. But then I want this sky to be pretty dark. I have not said hi to you guys yet. Hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I am doing okay. You know, I have been attempting to stay away from the news other than, you know, just trying to know what's going on and where everybody stands, and, you know, and I still am woefully ignorant of the majority of the stuff that's going on. But I've never been one that's you know, super politically savvy or, you know, knows what's going on in the geopolitical world. But I try to, when, you know, horrific events are going on, I do try to stay informed as best I can. My husband is really good about it too, because he'll tell me things that are going on so that I don't have to have those images in my head. Which I'm super grateful for. So, let's see, what is going on? So, channel news. I released a few videos this week. I did my haul video. What else did I do? My coloring pages, my finished pages for the month of February, that was out. I did quite a few pages. I was surprised by how many I got done. And I was very pleased with the majority of them too. So yeah, it was really fun month for coloring for me. And yeah, okay. So we're going to attempt to make this mess look like something. Let me grab my water brush. I don't know which one I want to use. I have so many now. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I have this one. That one doesn't have very much water in it. I think I'll probably use this guy. I had some that were super frayed and some that I've cut down so that they're not quite as frayed anymore. What are you? All right, you're kind of a frayed one. I want one that's frayed, one that's not frayed. Okay. All right, so let's see what we can do with this. I've got my cloth here. This is just a really old towel that I just keep reusing over and over and over. You can see that it's gotten some love. I will wash it here soon, and hopefully some of those stains will come out. If not, then that's okay, because this is what it's for. All right, make sure my water's flowing. I'm going to start in my purple and work outwards. You are not going. Okay, that's not going to work. That one is working. It's going to be tricky now with this big old frayed end, though. So yeah, so then I also did this week, I did my U is for Unicorns video, and really enjoyed coloring that for you guys. I did some cute little unicorns and just had fun. And it, you know, I usually have fun when I make when I make those videos. I didn't want to make it sound like I wasn't having fun. But sometimes it is like, okay, I've got homework now that I need to, you know, I need to make sure that I get this on the channel for you all. But, you know, I enjoy coloring, so it's not really homework. But those ones I just had a lot of fun doing. The video is a little bit longer because I do work on 3 different unicorn pages. I tried to narrow down the amount of time, and I just kept, as I was editing, it was just like, nope, I got to keep that in. I got to keep that in. I got to keep that in. So I couldn't cut anything, and it just kept staying long. So I was finally like, fine, it's just going to be long. That's how it's meant to be. Okay. So this is going to look like a hot mess, at first, just so you guys know. And then I'll have to go back in with another layer. And then depending on the vibrancy of what I've put down, I will end up going in with another layer of chalk pastels, just because I want a really dark, vibrant night sky. I really like the, in that inspiration image, I really like the different color, like starry dots that are in the sky. And I kind of wanted to make sure that I had a really nice dark background for those to pop on. I'm hoping that I have some good paint pens that will work. I do have several sets of paint pens now, and I still have not found my favorite. I have a few Poscas. I don't have the whole set of the Poscas, and I'm pretty sure I could make my Poscas work if I had the whole set, but I have, which ones do I have? I have a Thule Art set, but it's a very neutrally set. It doesn't have like those bright, vivid colors. I have an Ohuhu set that possibly could work, but those don't seem to be as opaque as I would like them to be, and I don't know how to make them more opaque. Like, I don't know if I can layer them or what. I'm still, you know, playing around and learning how to do all this stuff. So, and then I have another set of, I can't remember the brand, Chocola maybe, I think. I have not gotten the Artistro set, which I've seen several people using, and they said those were pretty good pencils. Nope, not pencils, that they were pretty good markers, paint markers. So those will probably be added to the list if I can't get the look that I want from this stuff. But of course, if you guys have watched my haul video, you know that I am on a no-buy for the next month. For Lent each year, the past few years, I have given up purchasing coloring supplies because that seems to be, you know, my biggest vice lately. And so that's kind of been what I've been giving up for Lent. And I've expanded that to not only coloring, like coloring books and stuff, but now coloring supplies is on that list as well. So I did a little bit of a pre-Lent shopping spree, which I showed most of that in my haul, and I did get another shipment recently of stuff that I had ordered right before Lent started, so I will share that with you all here soon. It's mostly supply things. It's not, I didn't buy a ton more books, but it's some supplies that I was needing, some that I wanted, just things that I wanted to try out. We've got like some inexpensive watercolors and, you know, just fun things. Okay, and I think maybe this paper is not wanting to cooperate with me. Ooh, don't bleed through. Yeah, so I've done this page and I don't want to mess this up, so hopefully I don't I don't go through the paper. It's showing through, but normally when I use my needle colors, they don't bleed through. So I don't know, maybe it'll dry not bleeding through? I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it fixes itself, because that's what I've usually used on these books. And I would like to continue to use them because it makes the coloring so much faster. Let's see, any other channel news? Oh, yes. So, totally inspired by Emma Colors 2020 with her card videos. And recently she said that she was going to start a card channel. So look out for that if you are a fan of Emma's, which I think is going to be so fun. I have decided that and I think I might have talked about this before, I'm going to have a video once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on how I feel. That will be on Mondays. It's going to be called Mix It Up Mondays, and I am going to be doing a hobby of some sort other than coloring that I will post. And I know that a lot of you are here specifically for coloring, and I will, it'll just be like I said, like 1 or 2 videos a month. And if it gets no views, that's okay, because it's still something that I want to share with people. And I don't know, I love all my hobbies. I don't have as much time to do them, and I think these videos, making videos like this, will give me a chance to prioritize a hobby over the others for a little while. So that is my main goal behind this, is to just have a little time specifically set aside to either scrapbook, card make, maybe a little bit of drawing, which will of course include coloring, because it'll be mostly like, you know, here's a sketch that I've done, or I'll sketch online, like on camera with you, and then kind of color that image in or something. I haven't decided, you know, what the extent of the videos will be yet, but that's my basic idea. I am participating currently. Well, I haven't posted anything, but there is a March drawing challenge. I can't remember the names of the Instagram account, but I can post those on screen. But it's called Blooming March challenges, or I don't know. Again, everything will be posted on screen because I can't remember crap right now. But I just finished my illustration for the first prompt, and I need to color it in and everything. But I'm very excited about the way it turned out. I haven't really drawn a whole lot lately. But yeah, I'm excited to share that. And I haven't really done a lot of sharing with my artwork, because it's very cartoony, very illustrative in that sense. Like, I don't do realistic anything. So I don't know. I always felt like it was just doodling, you know, it wasn't real art, because it wasn't something that, you know, takes your breath away when you see it or anything. It's just fun little cute pictures. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna share it, and it'll be good. Boy, there is a lot in here. I might have to come in with, just have to be really careful. Okay, so that's all water. Goodness, this is gonna be a little challenging for me. Okay. Ooh, that does not look pretty. I did talk a little bit about this in my unicorn video. There's always just this ugly stage, especially when I'm playing with mediums other than colored pencil. Like, I think because with the colored pencil, I have more control of exactly, what I want to do and where I want the color to go. And with markers and with watercolor mediums, I tend to get a little messy. And then I have to go back and like fix things. Or maybe I just experiment more with my other mediums. The only thing that really has like an ugly stage for me when I'm using my color pencils is skin, because there's the whole layering process. So you have like weird colors for a little while, and you're just looking at it like, I have totally I've totally ruined this image, and it's never going to be fixed, and I'm the worst colorist in the world, and all of those things go through your head. Okay, here we go. We're going to use this smaller one in this area and hope that it just works. Maybe I was using too much water from the other brush, because that one was a very heavy flowing brush for sure. And I can always come in and try to fix things with Posca and pencils and all that. So yeah, see, that one is just completely covered, so it's just going to have to be cleaned up at the end. Let's see, what else is going on? I think I talked about the channel news. Oh, so on my Instagram account, I hit 2,000 followers the other day, and that made me so just, like, I made a post about it. It just filled me with gratitude for just everybody. Like, I started my, I would occasionally post my coloring on my personal Instagram account. Well, I mean, most of my friends and family don't give a crap about that. They don't want to see that. They're like, yeah, you colored again, big deal. So I finally ended up starting my coloring account beginning of 2021, and was just, I don't know, I just had so much fun following new people, quote unquote, meeting people, and then just seeing so many people from around the world who love this hobby as much as I do. It was just inspiring and fun, and was so thankful that I was able to connect with so many wonderful people. Dang it. Shoot. But yeah, and just the fact that there are that many people that are actually taking the time to, like and comment and follow and all that stuff. And it's the same thing on here. When I hit, I mean, every milestone that you hit, it feels like, what? Who is actually watching me? Why would they? I don't know. It's just, it's wonderful. So Thank you all for following me here. If you follow me on Instagram, thank you for following me there. Yeah, just been full of gratitude for everything lately. Definitely, again, not to bring the topic back down, but definitely to, you know, what's going on, it makes you think about how much worse your life could be, and to really take everything that you have in your life with so much, just be thankful for it, you know? It's just insane. So, yeah, so I think I've been extra, of course, emotional, but extra thoughtful about what I have in my life and how grateful I am for every single thing that I have and every single person that I have in my life. Okay, so, sorry, we're going to continue on. I'm trying to think what else is going on. My daughter, my poor daughter, she has her final regular season volleyball game this past Tuesday. I can't remember which day it was. But they lost again. And so they lost every single game. But I think she learned a valuable lesson that it's not necessarily about winning all the time. She really learned a lot this year, and she made friends. You know, she's friends with the girls on her team, and really enjoyed working with her coaches, and yeah. And so she has one more game that will be like a tournament game, which they play a team that already really just beat them bad. So we're going to try. They're going to try to, you know, play their hardest, but I don't think any of them are under the impression that they will be victorious in this game. Most of it is, I mean, these are all girls that they don't really understand a lot of the game, and they don't really understand, you know, what they need to be doing. And they're all very sweet girls, but they're all very timid. So nobody wants to call the ball. Nobody wants to, you know, do any of that stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just, and the team, so my daughter's in 5th grade, and typically for Catholic CYO sports in our town, you have 4th graders are typically on their own team, then you have 5th and 6th grade on a team, and then 7th and 8th on a team. Well, there weren't enough 4th graders to make a team this year, so the 4th graders are on our team, and so there are just 4th and 5th graders on this team, and we're, you know, mostly playing against teams with only 5th and 6th graders. So I don't know if that has any bearing on the record either, but it's just, I wanted them. They almost won a game one time, and the parents were just going crazy. We just wanted them to have one game that they won, and it didn't work out. So okay. All right, so that does look crazy. Let's see. Well, it only bled through there, but I think maybe I just used too much water. Looks okay. All right. So I'm going to let that dry because otherwise I'm going to go right through the page again. A lot of the times when you use Neocolors in these books, you feel like you've messed it up, but it just needs, like I said, it just needs either another layer or another medium over top. That usually will help things out. Excuse me. Okay, so let's do a little bit of these waves. This is another one where I'm going to have to be careful because I'm going to be using water-based markers. I have a whole selection of markers off to the side here. So I've got some Tombos, a Crayola, a couple different Crayolas. Yeah, so I'm going to start with this really, really dark purpley color. It's almost black, but it's Tombow 569 if you're interested. And I'm going to put that in some of the darkest areas of the water, and I'm just going to kind of flick the color in. Just following the direction that Kerby has put his lines. Okay, and then a little bit maybe right here. All right, so that's the darkest one, and I'm going to switch to, let's do this one. So this is another Tombow. This is 565. This is a blue, and I'm just going to come right off the end of that color. I'm going to try not to overlap as best I can so that I don't bleed through. I've used water-based markers before in his books, and depending on how much you layer things, they can bleed through. So now I'm using a Crayola Signature, which is another bright blue color. It's pretty close to the one that I've already put down, so I don't want to use too much of this, I don't think. Put a little bit in there. And then I've got just a regular Crayola Super Tip. I just thought that this would be fun instead of trying to do this in pencil. No idea if it's going to work, but I thought I would try. And then this is my last Tombow color. All right, so that one is Tombow 553. So, no bleed through. That's good. It's going to be really, really dark. Really, really dark water, too. And then the blue of this part is going to be done with this Zig Brushables. So this one is it's powder blue, but there's a lighter and a darker tone on here. So for this, I'm gonna go right up to the edges of the waves because I want that part to be white. So I'm just going to kind of put in some color in the centers. There we go. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, and I probably will have to come back in with a little bit of pencil to even out the tones, but I think that'll be fun. This guy, maybe we should do his belly. I think I used just this cobalt blue for him. I want to add in, I'm going to use a lot of pencils on him. I want to do some purples with him. So the other thing I wanted to do is maybe add in some purple in some of the water. So let's try that. Let me just play with that for a minute. Okay, so again, I'm going to start, let's start with the dark. Is this the dark color? No, this is the dark color. Let's just this little bit here. So I'm just flicking, just like I would do with my pencil, from the darker areas. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in some purple. Trying not to get any on this jellyfish, but okay, and then let's do some of this blue right off of that purple. Just this way it adds a little bit of an extra color in there. And, you know, once I get the sky going and have more purple going up there, then it'll be cool to have that kind of reflected in the water a little bit. And most of the blues that I picked are more purpley tones anyway, so. And again, I'm gonna have to go over and make sure that I clean up specific areas. Yeah, I don't think that looks bad. Again, I'm gonna use this lighter color to just, all right. Again, I do have to be careful about how much I go over that. Okay, yeah, let's just do some of his belly. This is gonna be, this is definitely, you're not gonna be able to see this. I mean, I'm not gonna get anywhere near finished with this today, so it's just gonna look like a hot mess to you guys, and then you're gonna end up seeing like the finished product for this. I guess I could, I don't know, let me know in the comments if you want to see this whole thing for the Weekend WIP all month. Or if you just want me to finish it off camera on my own. I picked the Kerby page today because the Airy, so I put up, for the color along this month, I put up Kerby or Airy, some other artists as well, but Kerby and Airy tied. So then I put up another poll and they tied again. So I was just like, okay, forget it. So I just had a random generator kind of thing, pick the winner, and it was Airy. So I decided that I would do some Kerby on the Weekend WIPs, and I was gonna kind of jump around to different WIPs that I have in this book, or I could just continue to work on this one and you guys can watch that whole process. Let me know what you think in the comments, and then whoever, you know, whatever has the more choices will be the winner. But yeah, so I do have my color along will be coming out soon. I don't have, I know it will be airy, but I do not know which book yet. I kind of wanted to stick with my romantic country, but only because I have that as one of my books to focus on this year. But I'm also trying to do some pages that are around my Myth and Magic March. So there are some kind of magical pages in that book, but not really. There's more of the magic stuff is in the second romantic country. So I might switch to that. And I did have I do have the fairy tale one, but that's not really, I guess it could count for magic because there's some magic. Maybe I'll do that because I did pick my fairy tale one as one to focus on as well. So maybe that'll be, maybe I'll work on that one. If you didn't know, Aerie released a new book. I didn't think to look on Amazon Japan to get my pre-order, so I pre-ordered it through Etsy, and it still hasn't shipped, and some people already have their books, and I'm sad. Because I was just like, yeah, so I really wanted, I've seen a flip through, and it just looks, it looks so cool. I love her artwork so much. I wish it was just readily available on Amazon because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to Google Translate and search for things, and I've been spoiled. And then Lulu Mayo has released a new book as well, and I pre-ordered that on Amazon, but in the US, so I saw a flip through on a couple different channels, and in the US, it is a different, not only a different release date, but a different name altogether. Because I saw the name that they posted. I think it was, I was watching Coloring with Kay, and I saw that she posted this flip through, and it was a different name than what I knew that the Lulu Mayo book was, but I couldn't remember what the cover looked like. So I was like, did she release 2 books this month? That's awesome. And then I realized it was the same book. But yeah, super cute book. I wonder why it was 2 different names. Because it was, I think, A Million Sweet Things in the UK, and in the US it is A Million Kawaii Cuties. So I wonder if that means something different in England. I don't know. But yeah, excited for that to come. And that one was pre-ordered before Lent, so it's all good. And I did happen to pre-order Kerby's book that will be out at the end of this month, so I will have that one as well, which is I think it's a Myth and Magic something, right? Myth, I don't know. I can't remember what it was called. It looks really interesting. So, and I did pre-order a couple of other books, but I think there's only one other one that's going to come out during Lent, and I think it was a Teresa Goodrich book. The other ones that I'm excited about are the mythographic ones that are going to come out. I have heard a rumor that there will not be hidden objects, but I don't know if that is, I have not seen like any specific information about it, but yeah, there's definitely been talks. So I probably just missed it somewhere. But if that's the case, then yay. Because I've been saying that for I don't know how long, that they just need to get rid of the hidden objects and just let that beautiful artwork shine. Or at least make the hidden objects make sense, you know? Oh, so another cool thing that has been happening is I have cleaned and organized and gotten some new furniture for my crafting area. So I think that's why I'm so focused now on like making sure that I use my other supplies, because I've had to go through everything recently and be like, what is this? How long have I had this? And I've not used it. So yeah, it's just kind of brought to the forefront that I have a bunch of stuff that I haven't touched, and it's still beautiful and it still makes me happy. So definitely want to get some of that used. All right, I need to get in here. Okay, so there's his tummy. So that'll be cool. All right, well, I think that's it for today. I do have some friends coming over. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day today, and I want to get outside and enjoy some of it. It's going to be 73 degrees, which is unheard of for the first part of March. So yeah, excited for that. So yeah, so that is it so far. You can see that as it's drying, it's curling, but you just have to play with it and it'll flatten itself right back out. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I know this looks like a hot mess. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me continue with this page on the next Weekend WIP, or if you would rather see a different page in this book, or a different Kerby book altogether. And that's it. Yeah, thank you again for joining me today. I hope that I was able to brighten your day a little bit. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.